Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes. I'm going to start with a new lesson today.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. We're going to start with a new lesson for you today. It's Babar Ali. Okay? So this lesson is an interview. But what is the lesson basically about? Now we, as human beings, we live only for ourselves. I should get the best dress, I should get the best car, I should get the best marks, I should be the best. Yes or no? But we don't want to try. Or we may try also. But we want the best for ourselves. We are always worrying for ourselves. Why should I be behind? Why should I lag behind? I want everything the best. But once we just come down as human beings, we come down and see that there are some people who don't even get their basic necessities. Their basic necessities are not being given to them. Food, water, shelter. Now that poverty has so much of power to destroy the minds. See, maximum thieves, maximum culprits, maximum criminals, they do all these things because of money, because of poverty, but not terrorists, okay? So this poverty, but those children are being brainwashed because the family is being given with 5 crore or something, and then those small children, they don't understand anything, those young minds, they don't get job. That is also a reason again, they are being instigated. Now, do we have this kind of human concept? Do we have this kind of humanity that let me go and serve the nation? Let me do something for the nation. Do we have this concept? Very, 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 very few. I can say in at least 10 lakh people, just 1 or 2 people will be coming forward to do that. Because we are stuck in our own problems of life. We have created so much problem around us. Actually, to live, we only need good education, good wealth, good health. But what we do, we have created around us so many unwanted problems, which we feel that, oh, this should have not happened to me. Wait, I'm going to do like this to him. Wait, I'm going to hit them. Wait, I'm going to say this dialogue to her. I'm going to plan something that she or he comes down. Actually, we are not born for that. We have come with a very short time. In that short time, you have to do something very big. Now imagine that if you were being not given the provision, what your parents are giving it to you. Maybe you and me may not be have blessed today where we are. Like we were being deprived of education. We were deprived of food. We were deprived of shelter. We had to sleep on the streets. We had to wear all the clothes stolen or found in the gutters or found in the dustbins, or food which is being left over by somebody. Or you were not given education because you had to earn for the family. How bad it would be. So today you are being given education by your parents. You should be very thankful first to your God and then to your parents, or either first. Both are saved, God and parents are saved. When we start saying thank you to God, we have a self-content life that let me be happy with what I have got. There was always an excursion in our schools. I still remember this. I really like that concept. Then I was a bit fussy. But as I grew later, I understood why the teachers would take us. They have taken us to this orphanage. Once in 6 months, we had this excursion. We would be taken to this old age home, or we would be taken to the orphanage, or we would be taken to the slum areas. And we would all the sheet is smelling so badly, ma'am, what you have brought us here and all that. But later on, when our teacher went on explaining, saying that you imagine yourself there, and that student, that boy or that girl in your place, wouldn't you also be like this? What can you do to bring these kind of children to normal life? Obviously, we are not so rich, but we are rich by our heart. We are rich by our knowledge. A dedication to the society, a service to the society before we die for a good cause, not for a bad cause. Instigating the children to come forward and help those poor children who are not able to get education. It was done by none other than man. When he came to the college where I'm working in the college, when he came, he looked, I can tell you, a slim guy, very slim man, a bit dark complexion. He just had a side comb and he was doing his degree, final year degree. When he had come to Tumkur, we invited him to our college, Swarno College. When you look at him, you will not believe that man has traveled all the nations on this earth. You should have seen him. One cotton bag, one Hawaii slipper, one simple light pink color t-shirt and a terracotta pant. And we asked him, is it this your attire when you come to Indian countries? He said, no, I am like this. The whole year I am like this. We went on questioning him so many things. We went on asking him so many things. Because it is there for textual. If I could show you, I have taken this man's signature. If you can witness, this is his signature. I have kept it. And this is his mother's name. Look at his handwriting. Because nothing has been mentioned about his mother. I told him, you just signed so that the students should believe that you had come to our college and I had seen you. So this I'm speaking somewhere around 4 years or 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Now, what is that which brought this thought to the boy that I have to educate my friends in the village who are not able to go to the school to get a formal education? Have you ever done this? You may be having maid servants in your house. Their children do not get education. You take up this a challenge that I am going to educate that child by giving my knowledge what I have. Very few, very, very, very few. Then I'm telling you, I was getting very irritated. But later on, when I came to my SLC and all, I understood the concept why the teacher wanted to make us understand that it is very necessary to be thankful to God and it is very necessary to come forward and help children. After that, I have done a lot. That is different. We should not discuss that. Whatever is possible from my hand towards God's service, we have done. So we are in a cocoon. We are in our, basic luxurious life, what we are leading. Today, we are not ready to give, little also pain to our body, physically and mentally. And who will do all those service? We don't come forward voluntarily to do something for the society. Now, why this boy is so special? At what age do you expect one person to be a headmaster of a school? What might be the age? Anyone there? If a person has to be a headmaster, a minimal age, what do you expect? 40? Okay. Anyone else there? Yeah, 30, 35. Yeah, Impana has told me 30, 35, 45, someone told me. Yes or no?
45.
Yeah, 40, 45 range, correct, yes. Yes, Bharadwaj. 40, 45 range is correct. That is a school teacher. Principal in the college, I think 50 plus, 50 or 55 plus. Now, why are we saying this age number? Because they have experience. Yes or no? After getting experience as a teacher and growing in years in teaching, they get this opportunity of becoming a principal or the headmaster based on their experience and based on their capability. But When some child at age 9 becomes a headmaster, can you imagine? Here, or you might be somewhere around 15 or 16 years old. Yes, 9. And a proper headmaster of the school recognized by the government, 16 years, your age. When I met this man, the first question I asked him is it true that you became headmaster at the age of 16? He said, yes ma'am, I did become. He showed me all his identifications, all his identity cards, what he has got. All the nations this man has gone and come. One of the finest personality I have ever come across this whole life of mine, who is rendering service, and that even unconditional service he is rendering towards the society. Though he is a student, we are so busy with our own life, we are so fed up with our own life, where do we have time for others? What was that one thought this child had in his life to come forward and give education to those children who were deprived of education because of poverty? We grumble, hey, college chanangilla, college chanangilla, teacher chanangilla, teacher chanangilla. ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಮ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಬೇಡ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಬೇಡ, ಈ ಶೂ ಬೇಡ, ಆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಬೇಡ. We keep on grumbling so much. I don't deserve this, we say. It is not here you should say that what you deserve or you don't deserve. All the parents, I know this, all the parents, they struggle and they give the best to their child. To their children. How much ever they have this problem, they will not take for themselves, but they will make the life of the child better than theirs. What pain they have gone through, they don't want their children to go through. And I have seen some parents who support their children for a good cause. We had one student, I really appreciate that student of mine. He did not belong to a rich family, but he was a very studious guy. I appreciated his percentage, which 95% in SLC, outstanding personality, one outstanding percentage for that boy then. Why? Morning 5 o'clock he would wake up. He was a newspaper seller. He would go to every house and sell and just drop the newspaper. Right? He was a newspaper boy. Then he would come to college without having his breakfast because it was not included in their meal. Then in the afternoon, his mother would send some rice or something that guy would eat. Tuitions he could not afford, I know that. But we all teachers gathered some money and we had some known lecturers. We put him in a free tuitions. We requested those lecturers not to charge anything, especially 4 subjects, 3 subjects free he got, but one lecturer was not agreed. That's why I came up and I gave the money to take tuitions, I said. In the evening, this guy, you'll not believe, just outside your college, if you have seen your college building, just outside your college building, you would sit with his father to sell vegetables. And I was not aware about it. As I happened to pass this road, he stood and he said, "Ma'am, good evening," he said. And I said, "Yeah, good evening, what are you doing here?" I said, "Ma'am, this is my dad, and he is a farmer." I said, "Yeah, I'm very proud of you and your father. What are you doing here instead of studying second year?" He said, "No, ma'am, my dad has to stay alone here. Up to 10 o'clock he'll be there. That's why I sit here only. When some customer is not there, I take my book and sit and study." And I was utterly shocked. Second PUC students, they create so much of trauma for their parents. They create so much of drama for their parents. Second PUC is as if, they are doing a lots of, utkara on their parents. As if you are doing something, a great deed for your parents. The child goes inside the room, the mother provides milk, she provides food, she provides everything. And you went on telling him, why are you struggling so much? "No, ma'am, my dad cannot work alone. Last 3 months I will not come, January, February. I will not come. Then I'll sit and study seriously." And you'll believe what percentage this guy got? 97% in second PUC. And he got a free seat at Mysore. Today he is working in such a big company. But still his father is a farmer. He just sits outside your school, college. And he keeps on telling me, "Ma'am, everything was free for him then." Once we put a request, We got him in income certificate, we got him in Q. We have got this special quota for those whose income is so less. SNQ it is called. We got him under SNQ so that he get a very free seat. So it was just 20 or 22,000 per year. So his father said, okay, then when they are afford, they can afford. But he got again a scholarship and he went to that college. But I tell you, what struggle that guy did. Now also he is earning also. He is earning in a very good position as an engineer. He is working at Bangalore. Very proud of that guy. See, it is not that life is a bed of roses. Accept the way the life comes to you. By doing something towards the nation, something what he has taken up today. He tells me, ma'am, I make it compulsory like students like me to give one student a free education from myself. I said, that will keep you happy forever, Bharat. Very happy for that child. And you know, when he came to the college, we have got sections based on percentage. So that batch, we had very beautiful students, we had very outstanding students. So we have got first section, second section, third section and fourth section based on their percentage. He happened to go to the third section because then 95 also was third section. Those who were in the first, they were 198. All the students were stuck up there only. Then again 97 and 96, 95 here. Third section, 95 to below. He took up a challenge. He said, ma'am, I want to go to the top section. I said, that's very easy. First place you secure, very good. Ma'am, SLC, they're not going to come. I said, no, SLC, they're not going to come. And he came within 10th rank and he went to the top section. Why exactly I'm saying this to you all? Because life is very simple. We make it more complicated by, hanging around with unwanted pains, unwanted friends, unwanted people, unwanted tension, everything unwanted. We have come to this earth when God has given us something. Why don't we share a bit with others? Why don't you help this hand? Why don't you lend this hand to help someone? We don't have this heart, I always feel. You go and ask anyone for donation. They feel that we are going to ask, begging them. Now, donation you can give even 1 rupee, you can give 1 lakh, depending on your mindset. Hey, yen martira iddu? Sumne bikshe bedade em prayojana? These are not your words, please. So, Babar Ali is one set of example for you, dear students, that you also can bring a change in anyone's life. It is one small fire which should ignite in your mind that God has blessed me with so many things. The best thing we can render to God is what He does to us. When He has so much, He gives to us. When I have so much, why should I not give to the one needy? We are also needy in front of God. We are also beggars in front of God. A beggar sits outside the temple to beg, but we go inside the temple to beg. So we both are beggars.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we both are beggars. This thing is, the beggars sitting outside we never have. Inside the temple or inside the God's place, we put thousands of rupees. But those sitting outside, we don't even give them 1 rupee or 2 rupees. Make this habit. Instead of putting in the temple or instead of putting in the sacred place, I think the people sitting outside you need to give. Don't give to children, give to old age people, don't give to middle age people. I never give. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗಟ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಮಗುನ ನೇತಾರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. I never give to them. I give to those who are physically handicapped. I give to those who are old people. Only these 2 categories I always feel they need our help. If you cannot give money, go bring some biscuits, serve biscuits, go bring idli for everyone, give idli to them. What they do, they beg and they go and drink. That is what is the problem. I once happened to go to outside this country once I had gone. I was very shocked. In Malaysia, I was very shocked. Actually, there are not much beggars there, they don't have beggars. I think where I went, they had just, in the whole that place where I had gone, just I think 2 or 3 beggars I could see there. I think, and that beggar was dressed so well. It was, he was wearing a hat. He was wearing a yellow suit and a pant and he had a black thing. He was begging and I was shocked. Look at our beggars, ಕಾಲ್ ಇದ್ರು ಕಟ್ಟನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕುಂಟ ತರ ಓಡಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭಿಕ್ಷೆ ಬೇಡ್ತಾರೆ. You go to the toll gate, the men have converted themselves into transgender and the ladies have converted themselves into transgender, only to go on begging on the road, on the toll gate. They are men or they are women or they are transgender, we really don't know. But in the name of transgender, see, the world has become so bad. Transgender were being kept away from the society because they were neither men, they were neither women. It is God who has made them. We cannot comment on them. Just because we are good, we did not laugh on them and we did not comment on them. Today, they are taking the help of that helpless people who are being cursed by God and came to this earth as transgenders. I think we should come forward to give them one place in the society. They are also human beings. They also have 2 eyes, 1 nose, teeth, body, everything they have like us, little different, that's all. Why this society gaze this transgender as out of this? They are also human beings. We can't do anything. When disabled can get a ticket, when a person who has mental status can get a status in this country, why not the transgenders? They are also human beings. Why are we fighting for unwanted things? I really don't understand. So let's come forward as much as possible to you students. It is not a force because it has to come from your heart that you want to help someone. A small deal in your life before we die, that let anyone say, because of you I got education. In the best gift you can give to anyone is education. Because that is abundance. The more you give, the more it grows to you. The more you keep on giving, the more God blesses you. So let's spread this education everywhere. Instead of spreading this hatredness, let's spread love, let's spread education. Let's give education to those who are deprived of such kind of happiness. It is up to you whenever you feel that you want to serve this country. We have got so many teachers, we have got so many friends, I have got so many friends who make it up that every Saturday or Sunday they go to those government interior schools to teach those small children or elder children who know nothing about the subject. Because those government school teachers, they are utter waste. They only sit there to earn money saying that these children cannot study because they don't have means. When you are a teacher, you should be capable to teach any kind of children. Just because one student is 30%, one student is 98%, if I make a choice between them, then I'm a bad teacher. I should be so capable to convince the 30% student and see that the 98% student should score 100%. That is the capability of a teacher. No student is big or small in front of me. Just marks never decides whether the student is dull or intelligent or dull. No. You should create such kind of environment so that the child is able to understand you. Rendering service before death is the best service you can do. In the name of humanity, in the name of welfare, in the name of social cause. It should be, whether small, whether you may never get a publicity, don't worry. Do it for your satisfaction, do it for your content, do it for yourself. Anything I'm telling you, it can be anything, but education is the best service you can give. If possible, when God has given you time, go to some interior villages. You boys can, actually you have a little more of liberty than girls. Take up this challenge and educate those 8th, 9th, 10th students with mathematics. That is one lagging in students. Engaged in the English classes, that I do, but I cannot cover the whole area. Whenever I have got time, I go take up this college challenges and go and teach them English and from basic I have to start. From ABCD sometimes. They know nothing. I'm telling you, their exposure to the world is zero. Those government teachers, they just simply make them write on the board and tell them to mug up. And they don't know, they take a big cane and they start hitting the children. That is what they do. 100 times you make them write without understanding, it's a waste. Once you explain them, they'll understand 100 times. That concept should be changed. Our education system should be changed. Why only the village children don't understand? Why only the city students understand? Why is their brain different from our brain? No, the exposure to those children is not there. We give them digital, we give them digital classes, we give them like A is apple, we take apples and go, we show to the children, we show them crows, we show them bananas, we show them oranges, everything so that it's easy for them to assess. That education is very easy. They know nothing, their students, they know nothing. So what you think should be your cause of life, you decide. Make it compulsory that before you go to God, see that you serve to this country, you serve to this humanity, you serve to this system called as education. Your help can be in any form. It's not that money, no need to give money. No need. Your old books, give to those poor friends of yours. If they are younger to you, keep those books. Those who cannot afford textbook, give to them. With that, give 12 books. Free with that, they're happy. Give one set of pencil box, filled with everything, whatever required in a geometry box. How happy it will be the child to receive all these things. Maybe your servant's child, maybe a neighbor who's poor, maybe anyone in needy. Make this course. 1 year if you don't buy one shoe. Once in a year if you don't buy one set of clothes. Once in a year, only I'm telling once in a year. That much money you can give to one needy person. Birthdays, I think that is the best day for me. Because I don't believe in cutting the cakes and celebrating and calling people and making a pompous, idiot kind of, vandalism and telling that it's my birthday and I am like a very angel born on this earth. Nothing. I believe my birthday, you should plant one tree, you should go to such kind of needy people and give them, celebrate with them. If possible, give books. Best thing I always do is I give books to children, which will be very useful for them in their schoolings. How much we spend? You go to a hotel on a birthday, not less than 3,000, 5,000. How many books will I get in 5,000 rupees? So many. Extra, let it go 5,000. Let me take and give. At least those children, 10 children are there. They will be getting the books in that orphanage. 11 girls were there last year. This year I couldn't go because of Corona. 11 students, even if I give 6 books to them, I'm not going to become poor. This is life. We are stuck up in so-called as stupidism. We are stuck up in so-called as illusion. Yes or no? We are living in an illusion. Let's celebrate. It's not that celebration. I go there, take my cake and celebrate with them. That is a different concept. In the house my children do, that is again different. I take my cake there, I go with them, I tell it's my birthday, I want to celebrate with you. And they are the most happiest people. And some get me roses, some get me handmade gifts, some give me a kiss, some give me a hug, some tell me, man, we have done a drawing, we have done a portrait, we have done this. That love and that happiness, it's like a gift forever. That is what we can do. Go give education to the needy. Take up this challenge that I am going to serve someone. One smile on someone's face is immeasurable. You can never measure. One is your parents, one are these needy people. These are the two most expecting from you that you put a smile on their face. How good it is to you, how bad it is to you, it's left up to you because it's your life. I just can guide you. The path has to be chosen by you. I cannot say go this way, go that way, then I'll become a bad teacher. I can tell you the path. Whether you decide, there are 1,000 paths like this. Which is the best for you, you can do. If you say no, we are happy with ourselves. Charity begins at home. I want to do at home. That is also good. But if you have a little more bigger heart, you say, okay, I help those in needy. Maybe once in a year I take up as a challenge. Let anything happen. I'm going to give this kind of money or this kind of money. Don't give because that will spoil the relationship. Anything, books, clothes. Don't give old clothes. Please don't do that. Put in the garbage. Don't give old clothes to them. They don't deserve your old clothes. Please. When you buy 2 t-shirts, buy 1 extra t-shirt. Or when you take 4 t-shirts, remove 1 t-shirt and keep for them. That I agree. But just because you don't wear anymore, you donate to someone. Please don't do it. You can use it as cleaning your car or just putting a dustbin. That's okay. But none hardogido patte nange tight ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ ಹಳೆದಾಗಿದೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Give a choice. ಹಳೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇದೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು? If they won't, let them take. ಹರಿದೋಗಿದೆ ನನ್ಗಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. If someone does to us, how bad we feel. We just slap them on their face. But just because they are poor, let's not play with their emotions. Now, when I speak of Babar Ali, he himself is not a rich guy. He is also from a poor family. I am speaking about the rich class people helping the poor people. But Babar Ali himself is poor. He is not rich. You should just imagine he is below average, poverty only for them also. One thing that instigated this guy was, I should educate my friends the way I am getting education. Just one cause. Why are my friends deprived of that fortune, happiness, what I am getting going to school and colleges? Why should I know? I cannot take up physically, financially, he cannot take up. He cannot give them money. He cannot go and admit them to the schools because no school is going to agree for them, or he cannot admit them to the college. No college is going to agree for them. What do you do? What you would study there, you would come and teach that to the children. See the cause. It needs dedication. It needs hard work. It needs perseverance. It needs a very good heart. If heart is good, everything is good. If heart is bad, everything is bad. A negative person only sees negativity. A positive person always sees positive. You see good or bad in any situation, it makes you happy or sad. If you see everything in good, if something has gone away, you should feel happy that it was not meant for you. If something has come to you, you don't expect too much that it is going to be with you forever. Nothing is permanent. We are not permanent for people, other people. So when someone goes, be happy. When someone comes, be happy. Because nothing is permanent. This man's struggle, this man's dedication towards this humanity, I salute him. We are so selfish. We are born in our own cocoons. We live in our own cocoons and we die in our own cocoons without bringing a change to someone's life. Without even, you saying to yourself that I did not do anything. Oh, I did everything. I made lots of property for my children. You take and go property. Once you die, you leave everything and go. Any of your children only will enjoy your property. Who else will enjoy? The neighbors are not going to enjoy your property. So don't worry that if any parent says that in yagoskara ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದು ನಾನು ಸತ್ತೋದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. It's a useless question and a useless answer. Okay, look at this guy. So slim, so down to earth. If I had those photos, I'll find out because my phone got flashed. I don't know how to find it because I keep making it fall. I don't like to use that phone so much. It keeps on slipping from my hand. I don't know. It loves to slip. Wherever I go, put up, it falls down. So what I do is I always keep it in a very safe place. After going home, I keep it in a very safe place. Whenever someone calls me, then only I have this habit of touching my phone because I'm very bad at using the phone. So that's not my criteria to sit and text everyone and say good morning, good afternoon. No way, I don't believe in those things. They send so many images, good morning images. Any festival, all their mobile al bandidtare. Any celebration of any human being, adella nam mobile al bandidtare. I don't know why. Why do we remember them only for a day? Okay, let's start. World's youngest headmaster making remarkable changes in India. Yes. Even the Queen of Victoria, Queen of England, she is his best friend. He told us. She keeps calling him. He has gone at least 4 times to visit her. And the charges are being taken care by that lady only. He's such a known person. And I could meet him. I was the most happiest person. He was very young. When I met him, he was just 21-year-old guy. Today he might be somewhere around 26, 27 years, that's all. Very young guy. And I was shocked to look at him, this guy, he's doing so much. Look what we are doing, 0, 0, 0, minus, minus 0. Okay. Do you know of people who have brought about a transformation in the lives of their fellow beings? Other than him, can you name anyone? Yes. I was very happy that day also. One person from Solapur, Ranjit Singh, he was being awarded the best teacher in the world. Do you know why? An Indian. Do you know why? Anyone there? You're sleeping. Today is like for you. I'm saying you all have slept, I guess, one round.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, tell me
No, ma'am.
why did Ranjit Singh get the award for the best teacher? He is from Solapur and he should be proud that among so many teachers, he is being nominated as the best teacher in the world. You should be very proud to be an Indian. The world's best scientists are from India. America, 24% of American doctors are Indians. Australia, Britain, wherever you go, our percentage is too good because knowledge-wise, India is the best. Vaccine also, we are the first to come up with the vaccine. Let's see how good it is going to be implemented or how good results are, we don't know. Okay, tell me why this Ranjit Singh got an award for best teacher. What was he to do? Any idea?
No, ma'am.
Then you don't read the newspaper. You know what he did? He is a government school teacher. When he joined the school, the population of the girls student or the girl child in that school was just 3%. He was very shocked. Why these girls are there? Registration number was it? Because the government has made a rule that it goes to every house, gets the child's name registered in the school attendance, free books, free uniform, midday meal, everything has been given to the girl and the boy up to 14 years. That is in the villages. The boy's strength was somewhere around 50%, 50 or 55% or 60%. You should have heard his talk or you should have read his interview very beautifully. He said just 3% of girl child would come to the school. That too what? The child would be sent inside and the parent would wait outside till the classes are being completed. Now this man did not like this. He said, why this inequality is being done to the girl child? In 5 years, just in 5 years, this guy, he did 100% attendance for the girls. It shouldn't have been an easy job. It would be the most difficult job to convince the parents to send their girl child to the school. And since years this man is doing, by what? Giving this 100% attendance to the girl child. And that education, what he is giving to them, it's outstanding. He is teaching them Marathi, Hindi, English. Science, social, maths is common. Apart from this, he's teaching them. 100% attendance was an outstanding award this guy. See, bringing the students to the school is the biggest job for a government school teacher. Because he or she, maximum they face is attendance. Here in cities, parents are smart. Children are also smart. They also want to go out of the house and the parents don't allow them to sit at home. They also want that their children should go and study. But there in the villages, though the child is grown up, they don't send, but they send him or her to go for work. Going into every house and convincing, I didn't get you. His name is
Ranjit Sinha Disale.
I don't know the complete name, but I know it is Ranjit Singh. He's from Solapur.
Global Teacher Prize, man.
No.
Yes, man. That only is it. Global Teacher Prize.
He's the world's best teacher has been given to him, not for his education way. Education also is good, but he's giving them good education. But it was maximum. He was being nominated for giving 100% attendance of the girls. So you Googled it and checked it and given me the answer. Okay? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I mean, I tested positive for COVID, ma'am. That is one bad thing happened.
This man,
Ma'am, this guy.
no problem. I think it comes in every human being. Once it comes and goes. Those who have a strong immunity, we don't come to know. We are asymptomatic. Those who are a bit weak, it attacks us all. It has come to everyone. Because you are not PPE wearing all the time. The doctors who are wearing PPE, only 30% of doctors have got COVID. So nothing is I think getting COVID is very common. If you come
Yes.
safe alive, I think then you have won the war. I hope it is reducing. The mortality rate has come to 97%. The death rate is very low, and the number of people getting positive also is very low. In Karnataka, in today's state, it was 1,117 something. Yes, I read in the newspaper. That's a very good number because it was somewhere around 50,000, 60,000 in Karnataka only.
Yes.
Now, main is Mysore, Dharwad, Bangalore, even Tumkur. Tumkur daily we have some 60 cases.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Tumkur we have got more than 60, 65 cases every day. But recovery rate also is good. It's 97, 98%. But I was very shocked. One of my friend who has studied with me, she is at Bangalore. She lost both her brothers of between 45 and 50 years of age. So I was very shocked to hear that because of their negligence, they thought that everyone is roaming without mask, nothing is going to happen. Mask is a big protection, I always say. They removed their masks and they were businessmen, in Mandi people. What kind of people come, who are the carriers, we don't know. So that was the biggest problem, that was the biggest mistake they did. I heard about one Bollywood actor also, Varun Dhawan. He also was tested positive. He also complained that it was his negligence saying that mask is not going to protect me. He removed the mask and he started shooting and touching things around and all that and roaming out without mask. He is being tested positive. There are so many people being tested positive. Positive agade and dodadalla. When results bandaga, adu namge problem kodlilla andre saku. Because we saw so many deaths. Almost more than 1,117 people are dead in India only. 1,47 people. 47,000. More than 1.5 lakh people are dead in India only. But we still stand on the top. Why? Because 135 crore population and just 1,47 deaths is too low. If you take 32 countries, Britain, Spain, Italy, UK, US, whatever you take, those are all 32 countries compromise population of India. There, the death rate, totally death was 15 to 16 lakhs. So that population of 1,35,000, more than 15 to 17 or 18 lakh people were dead. But here 1,35,000, because we are having this condition and we consume a lot of spice in our food. We put a lot of turmeric, we put ginger, we put garlic, we put this pepper, now mensu or shunthi, veluli. This spices, what we consume in our food, that has a lot of immune system. And tea, when we drink lots of tea also, when we drink coffee also, not too much, but this we have got. And the living conditions are so populated, it is very much polluted. Our country is polluted. So our body has more resistant power than those which are very, very clean cities. America, the cleanest city, they say the highest technology in they have the highest technology in medicine. They were the worst to face it. Italy, again, it stands number 2. Maximum deaths. Spain, Brazil, all top class countries could not control COVID as we control. Our country did the worst. The people were overreacting. They weren't cooperating with the government. They weren't because why? We also, no one knew what is the cure for COVID then. The only thing was sit in the house, don't come out of the house. But people didn't do that also. Otherwise, the death rate would have been still more less. So our eating habits, it has a strong immune system. Main is the turmeric. Honey we consume, so many times we consume honey. We take turmeric. Why this all happens, it clears our lungs. And COVID is nothing but attacking our lungs only.
Yes.
Yes. And this weather, our country's weather, the hot weather, actually that serves as one blessing. Because the virus does not stay for a very long time with this kind of heat. Now they are telling the second wave comes. I don't believe because till then it will be very hot in our country. Even if it comes, we can't do anything. But still, till you don't get a vaccination, it's a humble request to all the students. Please wear your mask. One concept you can do is wear your mask. Before removing your mask, wash your hands with a soap liquid or with your soap called as sanitizer. I really don't prefer because it contains a lot of alcoholic and that the dead virus will be in your hand only. So water and soap has. So don't remove your mask as soon as you come inside the house. Keep a hand wash outside the house. Just wash your hands. The key is what you're using. The best concept is that. Just wash. I do that. Wash your hands, wash your key, very, very important. Then remove your mask. Because what happens? See, when we touch, it is very close to our nose. It is not going through our mouth. Very less. It has the capacity to go from our nose. Because the virus attacks first here, your paranasal it attacks, then it comes to your throat. That's why the first 3 days are very crucial, they say 3 to 4 days. To give lots of steam, if you are going out and lots, take gargle, do gargle with salt water, take lots of steam, take vitamin C tablets, keep yourself as much as possible inside the house. Unless and until it is not necessary, please don't go out till there is a vaccination being found. Once you're vaccinated, you're free. Now, swine flu. Other countries, people were dying like hell. Our country did not attack much. All the world nations were shocked. Why Indians are like this? Malaria, pneumonia. These are the dangerous. Why? I'll tell you, see. Pollution, what we take, has made our lungs now habituated to this smallest bacteria. They take purest air of oxygen. There is, I can tell you, minimal to minimal pollution they have because they don't use this petroleums. They use CNGs. And Japan is giving money to the people to give birth to children. Australia, my cousin is in Australia. If you have 3 children, everything is free for them. But in our country, we need to control only that. So this system, which runs in different countries, different concepts, this exactly is one kind of a set, that's why the nature is, it is equalizing this so-called as population. This tsunami comes, takes away 1 lakh people. Another one hurricane comes, takes away 2 lakh people. Why all this? It is a balance of the nature. 2 lakh is not a big this thing for 1 lakh, 135 crore. 2 lakh is not. One has to create a fear that nature is stronger than human beings. We can't fight with nature. See, till today, anyone has fought with COVID? It is a bio. I'll tell you, it is a bio lab in Wuhan. These Chinese they have done that. Because half Tumkur yesterday, Arda, Wuhan only bare one lab. Adu eno virology. The virus. So this is being invented by these so-called as idiot Chinese. Today or tomorrow they pay for it, don't worry for that. But the world has suffered. The world has suffered like hell. The dead bodies were not being given to the family members. They were being treated so badly. It is not the mistake of the doctors. It's not the mistake, it's the mistake of the nature, which we are intaking and which we are dedicating ourselves to such a wrong cause. So let's begin with Baba Ali. I think I'll stop here. Okay. I asked you, do you know any people you have come across in your life? Maybe your school teacher, maybe your mother, maybe your friend, maybe your friend's mother, sister who is doing something towards his nature or who is doing something towards his humanity. Have you come across? Anyone? No? No? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we have come across.
Can you tell me?
So, ma'am, her name is also Jyoti teacher. She is our music teacher.
Music, right?
She used to help orphanage peoples, and her husband used to teach them lessons.
To those children, deprived children.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very good. Good salute from
Ma'am,
me.
they were managing that orphanage.
They are managing the where? Tumkur.
Yes, ma'am, near SS Puram.
Where, sorry?
SS Puram, ma'am.
Where exactly?
Ma'am?
Exactly where in SS Puram?
Ma'am, behind the school only it is there.
Which school?
Ma'am, Maruti Vidya Kendra, State Board.
Neledwara.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That Jyoti ma'am was speaking of. Okay. Okay. Do you know of the people? I think one fine day we should sit down and write about her also. That I'll be doing a very good service. We'll sit down my time. We'll just go for a little bit of. Someone said,
Even my Hindi teacher, Asha teacher.
sorry, dear.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
You are not audible to me here. Your voice is very unclear. Could you repeat?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Now I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. My Hindi teacher, Asha teacher.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Even she is one of the best personality I have ever come across.
Okay. That's good.
Ma'am, she used to just teach the Hindi and all the subjects to the orphanage people. And the one best thing is that she also just
No, which school you are speaking about?
Ashrama.
Sorry?
She also one day she has taken me to that ashrama
Okay.
and made me to teach them. That was the best thing. I felt really very happy.
Yeah, that's good. See, you feel happy when you do something very nice. That time you should thank God that we are better. I think that is better.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to thank so-called as God who's sitting above the creator of this world. I believe there's only one creator that is powerful, atoms. Yes, atoms can never be destroyed nor created. Yes, God has done from an atom, but he is very powerful. He are all puppets in his hand. I don't know why he created human beings. I heard this very beautiful concept. Our Sadhguru was just giving this concept because I really like such people, like who are doing for this nation something. He said, if honeybees die in some 14 years or something, the whole world will die. So 14 years or 14 days, I really don't remember. If human beings die, the world will live for another 1,000 years. So we are so bad. So don't think we are good, okay? We are the worst creators. Because we are not content in our life. We want to give pain to others. Yes or no? Hey, you ಅಂದ್ರು ಅವಳು ಯಾಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಳೆಯೋದೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಲು ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಮರಿಯಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಕಾಲು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಾಲು ಎಳೆಯೋದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಕೈ ಎಳಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅ ಪುಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓಕೆ ಶಿ ಇಸ್ ಸಮರ್ಪಿತ್ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 15 ಸಮರ್ಪಿತ್ ಮುಖರ್ಜಿ ಶರ್ಮಾ. This is being written by her. Okay, he is the associate creative editor of Youth Leader India, the India chapter of Youth Leader magazine till today. She is a member of a dynamic, action-oriented online magazine network focusing on groundbreaking positive change initiatives, portraits, tools, and more. This is an author. But this is being interviewed by Tanvi that I come to later. Okay, I've spoken so much. I'll start from Monday, the class.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You also should need rest. I need a cup of tea. Okay, see you on Monday.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Happy weekend to all of you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Anybody,